So welcome everyone to the Canvas pilot. Today we're covering the first day preparation, and this is actually our fourth session for the week. This is the last session before school actually starts on Monday. Da-da-da-dun. So with that was I'm sorry, Terry's looking at me smiling because I added a sound effect there. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and begin. So far we've downloaded all of our content from Blackboard at least for week 1. We've uploaded that to Google Docs and then shared, in my case, I've shared the folder via Canvas. So then I've created assignments, this was yesterday, and assignment groups within Canvas to make grading and adding points all that much easier. So now we are almost ready for day 1. Almost there. So regarding first day preparation, some of the steps here are going to be to communicate, obviously, to our students. So our students initially are going to be looking for us in Blackboard. So we'll need to add an announcement within Blackboard, and you may want to accompany that with an email so that it goes out both ways. You may want to add a blurb within your course syllabus as well. I would highly suggest that, letting them know within the syllabus that we will be using Canvas for the use of this course. And then lastly, you'll need to make your Blackboard course available to your students so that they can actually see that announcement and then see the syllabus, which will point them to Canvas. Next, we'll need to add students into our Canvas course via their EdMail accounts, and Terry and I will talk about some of the fun challenges we've had doing that process. And then the last step is to actually make your Canvas course available. Once you make your course available, then you would probably add something like a welcome announcement or read Chapter 1 posting. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started with communicating to students. Again, this is on the Blackboard side, since this is the first place they'll go looking for you. So in Blackboard, you'll notice that I've made the course available. So this is Web Design 2, and you will see an announcement there as well. So when the students actually click on the link to hop into Web Design 2, this is what they'll see. So in here, I have one announcement that essentially says, welcome officially to this course, and then it says, what's up with the empty course? And from the student's view, all of those links are hidden on the left-hand side, so they only see announcements. So for their view, it is actually empty. I let them know that we'll use Canvas instead of Blackboard, what they should do next, and let me go ahead and hop to the next screen so you can see the announcement a little bit better. Again, a reminder that we'll be using Canvas instead of Blackboard, what they'll do, and is that really it? And yes, that is it. The last thing that I've added here is a silly set of images on the right hand side. So this is an attempt, I don't know if it's successful, to humanize this course. And if this was an online course especially, I'd be more interested in that, in developing some connection with the students. I guess I have the luxury of seeing my students face to face still, so that part is less important, but it's still a priority for me. So with that, for first day preparation, we have just made an announcement, and in the creation of that announcement, you have the option to send that via email, or you can compose a separate email within Blackboard to all your students. You would also put the instructions again in the course syllabus, and then the last step is to make your Blackboard course available. I'm not going to actually go over making your Blackboard course available, since I'm assuming that everyone is familiar with that process. I will point out again that it's probably going to be an important thing to do would be to hide all of those course navigation links on the left hand side, so that the only thing that shows is announcements, so there'll be no confusion for your students if they see just all blank content. Alright, next we'll go over actually adding 2 students to Canvas, and this is adding them via their college or their official EdMail accounts. Previously, before EdMail was required, this would have been through their Yahoo, their Hotmail, their Gmail, whatever email accounts that they had. So I kind of like now that it's a little bit more standardized. I know I just have to tell them in one case, go to your EdMail. Before I had to tell them, you know, check your spam folder within Hotmail or check your junk folder within Yahoo. This I find is going to be a little bit easier of a process to send everybody to. So the first thing that I did with high hopes is go to my instructor briefcase, and I was immediately let down. So there I saw that I had their SID number, their student name, their grade, which is nothing so far, their day phone number, and an evening phone number. So the only problem there is that I don't have what I need. I need their EdMail accounts. I was hoping to come here and just select a column of EdMail accounts and then paste that easily into Canvas. But since that doesn't really exist, I had to give up on Instructor Briefcase for now. So then I went over and hopped into Blackboard. So this shows me all the users who are registered up to this point within Blackboard. And I should point out that you may get another student or two registering, over the weekend or maybe come Monday or Tuesday morning. I would double check this just to be sure on the first day of class that you don't miss anybody. So you'll notice here that under users and groups, I've clicked on the users page so I can see a listing of all students within the course, and all the students actually have a column there for their EdMail addresses. So this is much easier, at least, or it's a step in the right direction. But the painful truth is that I didn't find an easy way to do this. So I right-clicked on every single email, which in my case was 21 emails. And Terry's shaking her head, saying, no, no, no. So there's a few different ways. We don't know yet which way is the right way, since we're kind of making this up as we go along. In Terry's case, Terry copied the column and brought it. And hold on, let me come over a little bit closer to Terry. So
first, I copied the entire list into Word. Then I used Convert Text to Table with 6 columns. Then I copied it and pasted it into Excel. Then I copied the column and pasted it into Canvas.
So Terry is shaking her head because this is easier in her mind. I hear that and I think, oh, I'll go back to copy one by one. So again, there probably is no right way. Whatever way works for you. If you're good at Word or good at Excel, then use those. If you are lazy or don't want to hop into more programs, the method I used was just right-clicking and saying copy email address. That was an email address then that I was ready to paste within Canvas. So whatever way will work. Alright, so once you're actually in Canvas, if you have previously hidden it before, hit the little X button, the setup checklist will have disappeared. But it's always available. At the top right hand side, you'll see a question mark. There it says Course Setup Checklist. So if you actually click on Course Setup Checklist, then that will magically reappear at the bottom of the screen, where you have the option to add students to this course. Alternatively, you could have gone to Settings as well and clicked on Users and would have gotten to the exact same spot. So you'll notice there that I have already, on this screen at least, I've already pasted one EdMail or an example EdMail account onto that field, that text field there. So the only thing that I would do next would be put a comma and then copy, paste the next student, comma, copy, paste. So I did this for 21 of my students in my case. So that was a decent amount of clicks, and I had to turn off the TV so that I could actually concentrate. Tell my son that I couldn't play with him. So if you're going to do it this way, then you definitely need to be able to concentrate on it. If you're going to do it like Terry did and sort of batch copy it, then you probably could be watching Days of Our Lives in the background. And Terry's smiling. Yes, she was. Alright, so with that, I will note that underneath this text box it says, since the course hasn't been published, students and TAs will be added but won't be invited to join the course. Invitations will be sent out when the course is published. So even though I've added all of these students to the course and assigned maybe their roles, by the default role is going to be student, by the way, they will not be actually sent an invitation until I hit the publish button. So let's go over that. So that is making your Canvas course available. So again, from the home page here, if that screen went away, then you would click on Course Setup Checklist on the top right-hand side of the screen. That would make that reappear, and at the bottom here, you have the option to make course available or publish this course. When you do that, you'll see one button that shows up in the middle there that says Publish Course. Once you do that, your students will be able to see the course, and automatically that email will be sent out to all of your students. So when you do this depends completely on you. I plan to do this on day 1 so for me, my first class is Tuesday night, so I will make this Canvas course available, and those email invitations will go out Tuesday night. But I've made my Blackboard course available already so that my students know what's coming Tuesday night. So they're not completely in the dark. They have something at least to ponder, or at least know that they have to check their email account, their Edmail account, and then we'll actually use Canvas at the very first night of class. So the next thing, or the last thing that I did within Canvas, was actually create an announcement. So now that they've already seen the welcome announcement within Blackboard saying we will not be using Blackboard, once they come here, hopefully they should get some sort of a congratulations message. In my case, I say that you've successfully gained access to our Canvas course. We'll be using Canvas, yada yada yada. One thing that I really liked about composing this mail message was it was very easy to insert course links. So as I was typing up those bullets you see on the screen there, I didn't actually type up course syllabus on the right hand side. I just simply clicked on course syllabus and it popped it right in there, and then I did the same thing for week 1 content as well. So I really love how easy it is to compose a message. Alright, so now that we've used all these different tools, I want to give sort of a bird's eye view, or give you an idea of the flow of traffic. So at least initially, folks are going to hop into Blackboard, where I have told them to make sure that they have access to Edmail. In Edmail, they will receive an invitation to the Canvas course, and then for the rest of the quarter, we'll be using Canvas. Now, in my case, a lot of my Canvas material is actually powered by Google Docs as well, but the students don't ever need to know that. Their interface for the entire course will be Canvas. Alright, so that concludes essentially the lecture or the training part of this, and next we'll go on to the hands-on portion. So far we've covered, or this week we've covered the introduction, downloading and uploading course content, how to create assignments and discussions within Canvas, and today the first day preparation. We are praying for everyone. And then lastly, or next week, we'll have coming sessions on quizzes, groups, and more. So stay tuned next week and even the first few weeks of the quarter for at least a session or two related to content that we haven't yet covered regarding Canvas. Thank you very much.